Good morning, YouTube. Really excited today and nervous. We're gonna be working on a new P90 motor from Keenan Hobbies. It's a PN Racing P90 motor. It's really popular for the SCX24. I see a lot of people running it. I've been running mine for about maybe 6-7 months now on 3S almost every day. It does get a little hot, and we can go over how I got it set up there and the things I would change now, knowing how it's performing. But I got a new one today. We're gonna be putting it in the parts bin C10 build here. I'm gonna get it a little faster. Right now it has a stock 88 turn motor in there. But yeah, so I'm really excited. Kind of nervous too, because unlike the stock P90, if I was just gonna be installing the stock P90, I wouldn't be too nervous. But with this one, we're gonna try the gold neodymium magnets. It's supposed to be a lot stronger than the stock magnets in there. It's supposed to give you a lot of torque, a lot more low-end torque. And then we're gonna try out these pure silver brushes upgrade that they have. Now, I'm not an expert. I'm just an enthusiast, and I am kind of nervous about doing it. But so I got stuff here from Keenan Hobby. Thank you. We got the spur and the pinion. You need to use the one they sell with this motor. And then this is the aluminum motor mount that they sell also. And this is the big guy here, P90 motor. I mean, you guys are familiar with this. You see it all over YouTube. Then I think if you spend like $50 or more, they send you this water decal sticker sheet, which is pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm gonna be putting that on. But yeah, so I've never, like I said, I'm not an expert, just an enthusiast. And you know, if you're thinking about doing a motor upgrade, I went with this one about 7 months ago. I also went with I have a aux motor, the 050 regular can motor, and that one is good for low end torque, but I mean, not on speed. There's no improvement on speed over the small little stock motors. So this one on 3S, I mean, it does wheelies. It's really fast. I'm running the smallest spur that they send, and for the fastest one, which would be the biggest one. But yeah, it gets really hot, and it's hard to crawl on the old V2 ESC. So I guess we can go over this right now. So this is how I have it set up here. I got the battery mounted up front with the Velcro strap. It's not moving at all, you know, so it's pretty secured there. I needed to put more weight up front because this motor and the aluminum motor mount they sell, it raises your center of gravity quite a bit. So I mean, it does move your weight forward, which is good, but it is maybe an inch higher. Yeah, about an inch higher than the stock position. So, and then with this hard body, you can't really cut the fenders like how you can cut these ones, you know, the Lexan body ones, and then you can just drop it lower. This one, the hard bodies are definitely more, I wouldn't say difficult, but a lot more, you know, planning goes into how you're going to set it up. Because you can't just, I mean, I guess you could just cut the fenders off, but I mean, why get a hard body if you're just going to chop it? So I'm going to just run the Lexan body. So yeah, so it takes a lot more planning and thought to get these hard bodies to perform. But I've been running this motor on the fastest spur that they send, on 3S, and on the old V2 ESC, because that's the only one that can run 3S. I tried running it on the new ESC version on 2S, and I don't know. It still doesn't crawl that good, and I lose a lot of speed. So what I'm trying to accomplish today is see if changing the magnets and the brushes make a big difference. That way it'll give me more torque, more speed. I can gear down a little bit and still keep the same top speed that I have right now on 3S. So I'm hoping that the brushes and the magnets will increase my top speed so I can reduce my gearing and have a little bit of bottom end gearing better. I don't know. I don't think it's, honestly, I don't think it's going to work. I think it's going to increase my top speed and my torque, but this version 1 ESC, I don't think it's going to, no matter what you do, it's not going to do what you want. So I already got the Fury Tech Lizard Pro on the shopping list. So I haven't pulled the trigger on that one. But I really want to try that out. That way I can run 3S on this P90 motor on the highest gear that they have and still get some low end torque and hopefully run a little cooler, because it does run hot. If you're running at a top speed around in the grass or on a trail, then it doesn't get too hot. But once you start going down to the real slow crawl, it starts to get really hot. So yeah, I don't know. This is a long video. I know I value you guys' time, but I'm gonna try and edit it out a little bit more. Maybe, yeah, probably. So this is a stock P90. It's a really good motor. I like it. But I think, you know, what's holding me back is the version 1 ESC, because it doesn't want to let it go on the low end torque. Once you start trying to crawl, I mean, this is the slowest crawl. You always jerk. So this is the P90 on a slow crawl. Let's see how it does. See how jerky it is. I mean, it's still good. P90 motor. No, a lot of use on it. Over 6 months of use, almost every day in the mud and sand, on the rocks, and with the version 1 ESC on 3S. So I really like the motor. I'm gonna try and see how it does on the version 2 ESC with 2S and see how it does. But that one is just for my son, so I don't really want too much speed on it, but just a little bit more. He always wants to race and wants to be in the front, and so give him a little bit more speed on that C10. He has a blue Bronco, but it's just too tippy, too heavy on the top, and he's always flipping it. So wanted to build this C10 for him. It's a lightweight body on it, and you know, I can chop it and get it low for him. So he's hardly ever flipping, and he's making the big climbs and stuff. So he really likes it. Only thing is the speed. He doesn't really like how slow it is, but it's good that he doesn't have a lot of speed, because then he'd just be rock bouncing everywhere. But I really wanted to try out that motor and kind of turn it into the Holmes Hobby Magnum motors he has for the 110s. Yeah, try to see how that goes. All right, let's get down to business. These magnets are so strong. It's neodymiums. And get into it. Here we go. Man, these things are so high quality. Can't say enough about these ones. So it looks like I'm gonna have to get my soldering gun out, and I'm gonna have to re-solder these back onto the new brushes. I've looked on YouTube for somebody else that did this before, and I can't find it on there, so I'm just gonna have to wing it. But on the directions on their website, all it says to do is pop these two tabs here on the side and pull this the bell housing off the back of the motor, and then there's a spring under there that holds the magnets in. So let's go ahead and try that out. So my tool of choice here, I don't know if this is a good tool to be using. I'm going to use a little flathead screwdriver that I have. Man, I'm so nervous about doing this. I don't want to mess this motor up. Hopefully, if one person finds this interesting and helpful, then I guess it'll be worth it. Well, these tabs are a little hard to get to. Maybe I need something a little smaller. Try to use my trusty wrench here. Oh yeah. Okay guys, it's coming off. I don't know. So there's just two tabs here holding this bell crank on. Use this little cutter pliers for everything. they got it. It's loose. It's almost there. Sorry guys, bear with me here. Okay. Okay, we got the bell. Bell hosing off. It's pretty simple. Put the stator out. Wow. Look at that. Trying to get to focus there. Butte. So you got a ball bearing in there. On the side it says it's a Japanese ball bearing. Camera's not focusing. But anyway, so that magnet looks decent in there. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's a pretty hefty magnet. This one's a little thinner, so let's see how that's gonna work out. Okay. So now it says to remove the spring and to look at the orientation. I'm just gonna open this guy up. So it does have a red mark on there. Yeah, these look a lot thinner. Sorry, my fingers are so big. It's just like covering everything. Oh, it's a really strong magnet. So one's there. I don't know what that red mark. One of them has like a little red mark on it. I don't know what that means. And it says to look at the orientation of the magnets and make sure you put it back in the same way. But I don't know. So just try and get one of these springs out. I don't want it to fly out on me. Okay. So one of them's out. So the spring is holding the magnets in place. Wondering if I can leave one of them in there. I guess not. Once I take it out, it's gonna come out. So let's pull this guy out too. And that's the second spring. Now, let's see if we can just slide this magnet out. Hopefully that will. It's sliding out. Okay. It's definitely a lot thicker. Oh man, the neo magnets are like, I would say 50 to 60% stronger than that stock magnet. I mean, this one you can barely rip it apart. Look at that. And then this, whoa. And this is the stock one. So let's try and get one of these in. Jeez, I don't want to come apart. Wow. Just slide right in there, guys. Right? Jeez. So removing the second magnet in there. Jeez. And then it says orientation, but we don't know. Okay. Wow, so we got both neodymium magnets in there. Fits perfect. So now I'm gonna try to reinstall those springs. Geez, these magnets are so strong. It's hard to work with them. Like I said, guys, I'm not an expert in any way, shape, or form. Just an enthusiast. So, if you know a better way to do it.
I should get my finger in there. Oh, scratch it. Okay. So that in there. So that's definitely harder to work with. We got one in there. I don't know if you can see it, it's the little metal spring. And I did scratch the magnet a little bit. I hope it doesn't make it too much of an issue. Maybe if I try it like this, I don't think it's just going to suck it out of this thing. Oh, never mind, tell them. Another thing that I was getting nervous about is my soldering skills. So, magnets are solid to work with. So, try this out.
Oh, you can really feel the poles working now. All right. So now that's set up. Pretty easy. Let me get my soldering gun out and we can put on these silver brushes. Alright guys, so got one side off. This is what you should see it there. What the brushes look like. So I'm gonna try and get the other one off. So this little washer popped out. No clue where that came from. How I got it out was just sticking this under here. Here, prying up. Okay. So this is what we got. I don't know. I don't have like a soldering tool table thing. I wish I had one because soldering is okay. So these are the new tabs, pure silver brushes. It's too small, my camera can't even focus in on it. So I'm just gonna try and get the orientation right.
Okay, so the plus.
I guess it doesn't matter because you can switch polarity, but the plus side is connected to the tab with the brush on it. You can see it here. All this is soldered to the tab. Then the negative side is soldered away from the tab. Tab there. All right, so we got it all put together. The new magnets on, the new silver brushes. I tested it out, works good. Now, I'm going to open up the new mount and get this new spur and pinion in. And there's a lot of videos on YouTube on how to do that, but it's pretty simple. I might as well just record it. Just take out the transmission. Three screws. Thinking about getting a metal transmission because one of these screws is kind of loose in there. I think the plastic is getting weak. It's going to be motor screws. Alrighty. Now that I'm thinking about it, I'm probably gonna have to cut that front drive shaft again. Maybe not. We shall see.
Shafts. This is the rear. Front. This pin again. This one's right out. Removes that. I believe these two screws are a little bit bigger. Should we get out the instructions? I already did it once, but so much like that. And then take off the motor plate. These are also lit. Oops, I went longer. Want to cut off. Let's check it out there. Ooh, this is dirty. Clean it up. Good. Some cut in there. Alright, this is simple. Get this guy out. I have faded pictures there. How to do it. If we have the mount resolution. So the 4 screws in the bag. 2 flathead ones are for the motor, to connect the motor bracket to the motor, and then the rounded ones are to connect the bracket to the aluminum transmission plate. But we got that all in the instructions. So, this. Oh boy, should lock tight those. Back out. Should be locked tight. Still gonna need the red lock tight. Throw it on there. extra glue tight. I'll keep these pinions just in case you want it to go a little bit slower, a little bit faster. My original one that I bought, I lost the other two. Let's try to get that one as straight as possible. Just press it down in there. That's smooth. That's good. Using that. Taking the tight. So this line, that's how it looks. And this one just goes in there. I'm gonna lock that in just a little bit. This one I think I use the blue. So I'll strip out those. Don't touch. So that is just the ratio there. So, concentration. The lines are so strong. Check this out. This looks pretty tight. Freedom shaft. This is the way you guys set up, it's really easy to adjust the mesh. That's it. So, now we're going to do drive line phasing, which I really do not like to do. I like this bolt facing that way. And that one facing that way. Kind of like that there. Actually, I should have done that one first, that's not what I was supposed to do. Let's set it about there. Let's see if we can get a washer in this back. I'll use these two. We can always get it down a little bit. So, washer. And this is washers. Too big. Secret. Washers I have are too big. Right. So, this has to come off. Get the shots just the ease of cutting it open. So, this has to come off. Thinking. I'm gonna rub it back up here. So, let's get a template. Let's see where the sticker lines up. So, they give you a little template sticker to put your ESC tray. I think I'm gonna run my battery on there though, on the ESC. ESC on the frame. Okay. So just pulling the sticker out. It's pretty simple. Use the scissors. On the red truck, I have the ESC mounted on that. We can keep it off a little bit back here. Too far. There we go. Shots. drive shaft. Okay. Here. Touching. Therefore, cooling. Let's tie this up. So, this is tight together. Now check the polarity. So what I'm thinking is going to rotate on the battery here. And the strap. Whoa. So, I'll find this strap now. So, thinking.
Alright, so we got the P90 motor installed with neodymium magnets in there, the pure silver brushes. I have the biggest pinion gear that they supplied on it. And I am super stoked about this motor, guys. Let me just go into the comparison real quick. So this one, the stock C10, it's super light. I took all of the much as weight as I could get off of it and put the battery up front. So it looks like inside there. Got the ESC mounted down. So it's just the ESC in there, the motor, transmission, and the battery. Everything else is taken out, and super lightweight. It's really fun. I got the battery mounted up front just to give it a little front weight bias there. I usually have a strap in there, but I use the strap on the other one. But I got a ton of straps lying around, so I'll get one out later for this guy. But for now, it should stay in, just for the test. And then this C10 has upgraded C10 parts bin. C10 has 1.0 scramblers on it. It's one of the biggest tires for the 24s on it. But the ride height, I don't know if you guys can see the body, it's almost identical. So we got the big tires on there, but we got everything lowered down to keep the center of gravity down. So once again, you guys can see it there. Actually, I think the stock one looks a little higher. Anyway, let's get to it. So the stock motor, stock ESC is really good. It can go really slow, but it doesn't have torque. So once it hits an obstacle, then you gotta go that fast to get it over. So no obstacle, you can get it to go really slow. And once you get to an obstacle, that's the speed that you got to do to get it over. So if I keep it at that speed, I should be able to get over there without stopping. Ooh, still stop. Let's get a little bit more speed. Still stop. See how fast we gotta go so to go over without stopping. So that fast. It's pretty fast. There we got the P90. Let's see how this one goes. That's good. We can get the slow crawl. And this is the fastest pinion on there. Got a wire wrapping around the tire. So let's see how fast it has to go so it doesn't stop. You can still gear it down a little bit more. better slow speed. Oh, that was my fault. I'm trying to put the throttle trim up a little bit. Alright guys, I got the whole install film, switching out the magnets, the brushes, resoldering everything, got it out on the rocks, did some test runs on it, love it, love the new motor. I'm probably gonna buy another one for another Bronco or the underdog build. I even did the ramp test on it before we put the motor in. It could do 55 degrees with the new PN90 motor in there. Went up the same amount, and I think it could go probably maybe 56, 57. Both trucks are on 2S, and I'm gonna try and edit the film down as short as possible. Maybe put it in a couple different parts, so it's not a big long video. I think it's about over an hour, the whole process that it took to install it. But if you want to watch the whole process and you want to do it, you can message me and I'll upload it. Just a quick run. Both trucks on 2S. P90 on the right, stock on the left. P90 is with the orange lights. The stock one is with the bright white. All right, here we go.